G'day boys and girls, it's Temporary Citizen here, and before we get started on the Grom video, I just want to let you know that Temporary Citizen key tags and stickers are now available at tempsits.com. Tempsits.com, key tags and stickers.
What is going on, boys and girls? It is your boy Tempsits, and today we're all about that Grom life. The topic of today, just sliding all over the joint, is not whether I'm actually any good at riding Groms, because this is my first time, be gentle, but how they fare as your only bike. So, we're on the Grom today, and I basically want to see what it's like if you actually had to own one of these bad boys and, you know, go to work and everything on them. Because there's about a million and a half videos of people just frothing over Groms and doing sick things to them and being mad stuntmen, and that's all cool, you know, that's pretty sick. But most people that own Groms have got a different bike. They've got separate bikes. Whereas the fella that owns this bike, this Grom, this is his only bike. So what I'm seeing is what they're actually like to ride. You know what? It's not a bad little bike. It doesn't go fast, but you know, that's really not a surprise to anyone. Sliding all over the joint of this seat. Get a bit of lean happening on the Grom. Yeah, so they're not like a regular bike Groms. Like they're designed to be more of a toy than like a big serious road bike, 1000cc, lots of power. They're like, I don't know, it makes me happy that they've done so well, because they're so against normal bikes, you know. So this one's had not much done to it. It's got an exhaust and stuff, and just a little bits here and there, but nothing major. There's no Panigale swaps going on. But something you do realise with Groms is, like, everyone gives you attention. I know I personally, every time I see a Grom, I give him a fist pump. I see him and go, woo woo! And just everyone turns and looks and loves it. Well, now we got a hill. The Grom's worst nightmare. You know what? It's not actually doing too bad. So I'm obviously crazy big for a Grom. Being 120 kilos and 6'7". But, you know, if you're within the normal human range of size, you're probably a bit better suited to one of these than I am. Definitely see the appeal of Groms. Like, you know, there is a lot of fun to be had on these. They're begging for people to just go and fuck around on. Excuse the French. But I'm sliding all over the shop. So it's got a little bride seat on it. Looks pretty cool. Very slippery. Yeah, the fun to be had on Groms is much bigger, and the potential for the margin for error is definitely a lot smaller, because you're not playing with hundreds of horsepower. You know, you've only got a little 125cc. Oop, that's neutral. You only got a little 125cc thumper, so you can just, you know, throw caution to the wind. And these bikes are also crazy cheap. Like, I've seen them advertised for 3,300 new, and that's in Adelaide, where shit's expensive. So, you know, as like a little fun thing to go on. It's great. It reminds me a lot of the Toyota 86 of the bike world. You know, it's cool, it's underpowered, and people mod the absolute hell out of them. You know, like, they're designed to draw attention to themselves, and they definitely do that. It's so tiny. Yeah, so I got to sit all the way back here just so that I can get the handlebars turning. This one's had a little exhaust put on it. Sounds very loud, and because it's a thumper, it's, you know, it's very obnoxious with how it sounds. Another thing about Groms that I've heard is they're quite hard to wheelie, apparently, and I can't wheelie normal bikes with plenty of power, so that's a good sign for me. But, you know, it's the sort of bike that you can just sit there and, you know, play with it and practice until you get it right. And it doesn't matter, you know, they're cheap to fix if you drop them, and tell you what, this handles pretty nicely, you know, because it's so light. It's an absolute breeze to throw into the corners. You probably take it up to the hills and have a lot of fun. Yeah, so another thing about Groms is you tend to avoid main roads, which is annoying if you're just going to work and everything else. You know, like, I've got to commute at 100 k's an hour for 30 minutes, so like, a Grom is not the bike that I would want for my only bike. But if I wanted to go and fuck around in a car park on weekends with my mates, this is the bike to do it, you know? Because no one wants to throw down, you know, their expensive sports bikes and, you know, loop it because they got too much power. But this you can just give it everything you got, and the little Honda will be like, fuck yeah, do it, I don't even care. You know, you do a bit of knee dragging on these. Grom life. Red line up. Here's Myron. People love Groms. It makes me so happy every time I see one. It genuinely does. I'm like, back yeah, Groms, woo! Dude, I got a 1300cc bike. Even when I had the R1, I did not have anywhere near as many people looking at me. Whereas this, like, every single car that goes past, they're like, yeah, give me a slice of that, homeboy. You could, like, flat out be boy racer, give it 110%, and you're still not going to be breaking any speed limits, which is cool. You know, it's good for the license. Bad if you got to be somewhere in a short amount of time, but, you know, it's a Grom, that's not what they're about. So I'll have a look up here. I haven't had to use the brakes at all because I've been going quick enough, but see what the brakes are like. The seats, you know, the seats are right. It's a bit slidey, but it's not too bad. Oh yeah, they're alright little brakes. They stop you. Feels weird filtering a little bike because you don't have the power to get going. They're just genuinely like a fun bike. I think these put out about as much horsepower as like a small lawnmower. That's full drag, yes. Beat the little station wagon, get wrecked, get chopped, you absolute pleb. Grom reigns supreme in drag races. Yeah, not much power, not much speed. Brakes are pretty good. Seat's sort of comfy. You don't have to worry about like heaps of wind knocking you about because, you know, you're just not going that fast. I think fuel is pretty good on Groms. I've absolutely no idea, but you know, I think it's alright. But can you imagine getting a speeding ticket on a Grom? That's how you know you're a good racer. If you live in the city or somewhere, or you know, work is just down the road, like a Grom would be a sick bike for that because you can just fang around at 60 or 80, as long as you don't have to do any like high speed stuff. If you do, you know, the Grom would be more of like a second bike, or you know, alternatively, if you've got a car that you use, you take that when you need to go places, and then you get on the Grom when you want to have fun, which, you know, is really that's sort of the idea of most motorbikes, really. Not for me though, I'm about that bike life. So I don't think I'll be getting a Grom anytime soon. Sorry to tell you, because I don't have $3,000 lying around for Groms. But you know, if I did, I'd probably have one. I'd probably learn to do some stuntage on one of these. Now I'm fully aware that most of the fun of these bikes is had in stunting, right? It's fucking around and doing shit. And I've not done any of that in this video. And the reason for that is that there is a lot more talented people that can do that stuff. And there's videos of it. So if you want to see that, go watch one of those videos. This is a video for anyone that, you know, has seen all of that and wants to know if a Grom's going to be an alright bike for like an average pleb. And really that depends, you know? Depends on your situation. Loves a dad.